Welcome to a presentation of the Incarnation, Stations of the Nativity. These Nativity sonnets that I will share with you are meditations on the events preceding and immediately following the birth of Jesus Christ. They take form in a poetic structure known as a Heroic Crown of Sonnets. A Heroic Crown of Sonnets is a series of 15 sonnets interlocked by the last line of each sonnet becoming the first line of the sonnet that immediately follows it. And then the 15th sonnet is comprised of the first lines of the preceding 14 sonnets. My hope is that these meditations will help you in a meaningful way walk with Mary, Joseph, and Jesus through the season of Advent and the Christmas season that follows. The first station of the Nativity, the Annunciation through the voice of Mary. The call intends more than we first believe, transcends the boundaries we are sure constrain. We cannot grasp it all, yet still perceive a meaning greater than the words contain. Announcement of my chosen favored state confused me, but the promise it implied exceeded all imaginings. My fate grew great and graced the moment I replied. My God, the seed that sprung and split that hour, the earth that opened wide at your caress, the wings on wings that spread until your power rose deep inside me, summoning my yes. The future pushes past what we had planned, however we might think we understand. The second station of the Nativity, the Visitation through the voice of Elizabeth. However we might think we understand, a deeper look uncovers something more. For 80 miles she trudged across parched land to celebrate and reach the life I bore. Yet when I saw her, it was I who hailed, compelled to laud the blessedness she beamed. Her faith his word would be fulfilled, unveiled the pregnant promise of a world redeemed. At once the life that stirred within me leapt, and with him my own heart in utter awe. Our people's hope that centuries had slept awoke like shoots that break through spring's first thaw. Because once sterile hearts know this reprieve, eternities of virgins will conceive. The third station of the Nativity, Mary's Magnificat. Eternities of virgins will conceive as ancient prophecies are all fulfilled. The poor who struggle finally will receive your justice. Those who hunger will be filled. Exploiters of their workers will know want, while those who labor earn a living wage. The thirsty will drink deeply from your font. The Anawim will reign from age to age. You lift all who have stumbled from their fall. You make room at the inn for every guest. And I, who am the lowliest of all, shall be called from this moment ever blessed. With all the worlds forgotten, I now stand in their response to your alluring hand. The fourth station of the Nativity, the birth of John the Baptist through the voice of Zechariah. In their response to your alluring hand, the childless claim that they have known your kiss, but I have felt your stinging reprimand because I simply could not fathom this. The sentence of my silence, though a strain, was gift too, for the time to contemplate revealed to me that those with faith attain the key to life if they but watch and wait. In quiet solitude, I heard your voice that speaks us into life and speaks us on, the future herald's name would be your choice. Your word flowed through my pen. His name is John. The song of morning sun at last breaks through. Now dreams we thought impossible come true. The fifth station, the Canticle of Zechariah. Now dreams we thought impossible come true, and with my voice resurgent I can sing that my own child will usher in the new, announcing one who comes to soothe sin's sting. From age to age, forgiveness will transform the isolated, ostracized by shame, the tempest-tossed by guilt's convulsing storm. From high the dawn will break to banish blame. Past empty nights will fade like withered grass. With lamps full, every bride will greet her spouse. The vow to Abraham will come to pass through grace that will be born of David's house. The miracle we prayed for has occurred, creating life where we thought no life stirred. The sixth station of the Nativity, Joseph's dream. Creating life where we thought no life stirred exceeds our understanding here on earth. How can one grasp a tale so absurd, a virgin girl preparing to give birth? The shadow of our pride can cloud what seems impossible to us in cocksure youth. To comprehend, one must believe in dreams, at times our only window to the truth. They offer not an order, but a choice, a chance to choose a different paradigm. And so it was that when I heard your voice, I quit my tired prose to join your rhyme. And now I know what all the prophets knew. A new world waits for those with faith in you. The seventh station of the Nativity, Joseph takes Mary into his home. A new world waits for those with faith in you. No longer in the desert must we roam. A promised land is finally in view, a place that we can call at last our home. It's not a tower keeping others out, but where we level bulwarks that divide. And so I raise the last walls of my doubt to clear my heart and welcome her inside. Who else have we left cold outside our door? Those spinning on the spectrum of our scorn, the refugee and naked needing more, the life inside us yearning to be born. With you, we reclaim every dream deferred, remembering the flesh that clothes your word. The eighth station of the Nativity, the journey to Bethlehem. Remembering the flesh that clothes your word, the way you bring accessibility to every story, every promise heard, emboldens us to touch the mystery. Another journey beckons us to leave the safety of the measured world we know, as all the while you're at your loom to weave a tapestry of hope from shreds of woe. For countless miles we crossed the dusty earth to reach King David's city, but then saw that every inn was full, no room for birth, and so at last we settled in the straw. Yet joy was ours with morning coming on. No disappointment can delay your dawn. The ninth station, the Nativity. No disappointment can delay your dawn, for even its first glow at mountain's edge inspires us to keep on keeping on, believing in the power of your pledge, till finally the moment has arrived when through her labor you deliver love. The garden of our youth we find revived as all below is kissed by all above. The gates of Eden seem again to swing as creatures great and small surround your creche. Now sacramental breath fills everything, electrified by your own word made flesh. Our victory is born with morning light, awash in sunbeams, banishing the night. The 10th station of the Nativity, the announcement of the angels. Awash with sunbeams banishing the night, the awesome glory of the heavens shone as angels soared and sang away our fright, assuring us that we are not alone. From Jesse's root a shoot has sprung, and thus the once infertile wasteland now can thrive. Their song resounds, a child is born to us, the sleeping promise wakes and is alive. The hope that quickens now shall never cease, as all the hollow wombs and barren breast will burst with life, and with the promised peace bestowed on those on whom his favor rests. The bolts that barred our paradise are gone. The sentence laid in Eden is withdrawn. The 11th station, the visit of the shepherds. The sentence laid in Eden is withdrawn as we hear music lush and lyrical. Angelic hymns help us to hurry on the path that leads us to the miracle. But why us? Ragged servants of the plain, we sweat, we smell, we spend our lives alone. Our wiring is different and our pain is buried deep, so it is never shown. And yet, we are the first to find the child, to see that in our need we are the same, for hunger haunts us all, rich and reviled, and every runner in the race is lame. We rush to cleanse the soiled world from fright. In innocence again, we bathe in light. The 12th station of the Nativity, the presentation in the temple. In innocence again, we bathe in light, entrusting our firstborn to heaven's fold, avoiding the grim plague of Egypt's night, protecting the new gift of life we hold. We consecrate him to the one who loves with greater passion than all human hearts. With Noah, we release our turtle doves in hope that sin's dark deluge soon depart. O Lord, with gratitude, we now present the precious child of your Spirit's seed. We know that he is yours, that he is sent to save a scorched earth burning in its greed. We slip off sandals we so long have worn. On holy ground our hearts no longer mourn. The 13th station of the Nativity, the prophecy of Simeon. On holy ground our hearts no longer mourn. Creation is now crowned and claims its crest. For countless years, my weary heart was torn by longing for the moment it could rest. And now at last, I see before my eyes the one to grant me my desired peace. Though some shall fall, so many too will rise, for never will his saving power cease. And yet, his life of love will take its toll. I see his mother overcome with grief, a sword unsheathed and poised to pierce her soul before she knows the blessing of relief. But now is not the time to be forlorn. Now we rejoice, for Jesus Christ is born. The 14th station of the Nativity, the visit of the Magi. Now we rejoice, for Jesus Christ is born, and in divine delivery we see fulfillment of the promise that was sworn by prophets who proclaimed that this would be. A light has led us from the east to find the one for whom we searched and journeyed far. We left our homes, but not our hopes behind. Our eyes have never lost sight of the star. When finally it slows and stops in place, we enter his abode with gifts in hand. But we are given far more, for his grace unleashes love and rushes every land. We never could have dreamed all we'd receive. The call intends more than we first believe. The 15th sonnet. The call intends more than we first believe, however we might think we understand. Eternities of virgins will conceive in their response to your alluring hand. Now dreams we thought impossible come true, creating life where we thought no life stirred. A new world waits for those with faith in you, remembering the flesh that clothes your word. No disappointment can delay your dawn, awash in sunbeams, banishing the night. The sentence laid in Eden is withdrawn. In innocence again, we bathe in light. On holy ground, our hearts no longer mourn. Now we rejoice, for Jesus Christ is born.